Hey, friends. Hey. My little clip is tripping. Hold on here. Sorry, y'all. Get myself together around these parts. What is going on, Tanisha? This is so YouTube unprofessional. Hold on. My clip. Okay, that clip works. This is so you. It's Saturday, y'all. We're a little loosey goosey around these parts. All right. Happy Saturday, friends. It's your girl, Coach Tuka. Checking in as promised at 4 p.m. ish. Okay. Central Standard Time. All right. And it is a wonderfully lazy Saturday around my house. Okay. We're not doing much of nothing. But the goal for today is to relax, relax, relax. And your girl relaxed so hard she forgot the time. All right. So let's get serious. Hey, y'all. Hey, it's Tanisha James. I am your girl, Coach Tuka, and I would like to welcome you to my little corner of these YouTube streets where I pop out every single day at 4 p.m. ish Central Standard Time. And my mission here is simple. It's just to walk as many women as I possibly can through their journey of losing weight and looking and feeling better than they ever had before. So I come here every day looking for the person who's looking in the mirror, who then squirrels in the outfit today, and they sick of it. Hey, Miss Joyce, and they are sick of it. And they said, no more. I want something different. And I got news for you. You can have something different, and it don't take all that. You ain't got to do the wild and crazy stuff they're doing on the internet. Ask me how I know, because 5 years ago, your girl was 80 pounds heavier. Okay. In pretty bad shape. Hey, Alicia, in pretty bad shape. No energy. Honey, tired all the time. Brain fog. Needed coffee just to function. On amlodipine, high blood pressure, ocular migraines, debilitating menstrual cycle, severe anemia, fibroids, hot mess express, addicted to sugar and caffeine. All right. And today I am free of all of those things. And so I'm telling you, it's only by the grace of God, a whole lot of praying, working on my mind, getting some accountability in my life, and restructuring the way I live that I was able to find my way back to me. And so now I get to help busy women do the same thing every single day. And they don't got to be doing what they see on TikTok. All right. We ain't got to do none of the stuff they do on TikTok. So if this sounds like your kind of jam or a place you'd like to be, make sure you are subscribed so you can get notified when I go live every single day. And don't you dare be selfish. Okay. Share with a friend. All right. So let's get busy. Here's what I want to talk about today. I don't know. I'm really on what God tells me to be on. So here's what we not going to do today. I get to talk to a lot of people in the course of a day and a week, and I hear people always, something I hear that's common is people will talk about weight loss like it's a struggle, right? And I'm telling you now, we're not going to keep on calling it a struggle, okay? We're going to tell the truth about a thing because the truth will set you free. So here's what I want you to know, it's not a struggle. It's not. So I want to break down what I mean when I say weight loss is easy, okay? Don't mean you won't have to make no adjustments and do things different and change things about yourself. But I want you to know it's not intended to be a struggle. It's really a habit. And so when we say, oh, it's a struggle, or we make it seem like it's this hard thing, what we're doing is we're talking around what the issue really is, but the issue is in our face every single day. We see it every time we look in the mirror. We see it or we feel it every time we eat something that we said we were not going to eat. Every time we start doing right and then we fall off. Every time we skip the workout that we said that we were going to do. So we say it's a struggle, but I want you to know it's a habit. So here's what you really are saying. Okay, first of all, a struggle sounds like a fight. Okay, it sounds like you out here thugging, throwing hands. Okay, a struggle sounds like a battle, a fight. All right, a habit is something that you do regularly. It's an automatic thing that you do. It's the thing you do without thinking. It's a routine that you created by repetitively or repeatedly behaving or deciding a certain way. So a struggle sounds like something that's happening to you. You know what I'm saying? Like when I have been in situations where I had to throw hands, I never went out and said I want to throw hands. There are people like that. I was never one. Right? A struggle sounds like a thing that's happening to you. Okay. that's been forced up on you that you got to defend and fight your way out. Battlefield, you got to fight your way out of. Don't be mistaken. You have a very real enemy, but you got power within you to fight him. So struggle sounds like, baby, we in a fight. Sound like we wrestling, okay? But a habit is something that you have the power to create and you have the power to change because it is an automatic, on autopilot decision you make every single day that becomes autopilot and routine and automatic because you continue to do it. All right. So it's not that you're in a fight. This is the point I need you to get today. You ain't wrestling, you're not fighting, but you are making the same decisions. You are repeating the same behaviors. So the words that we say, I'm struggling with my weight, but when you really take a look at it, is not you are eating. What you're doing is you have the same habits as it relates to how you eat. You have the same habits as it relates to how you move. You have the same habits as it relates to your discipline. You have a habit of starting every Monday. You have a habit of giving up when it gets tiring or uncomfortable. All right? So when you say I'm struggling, you sound like you in a fight. You sound like somebody beating you up, okay? And somebody is you, all right? So if you're doing the same thing every week, if you keep making the same excuses, if you keep falling off on the same day of the week, if you keep responding the same way, that's just your routine. Okay. So I want to tell you, like, give you some tangible real life examples of what these habits look like in your life, where you see them at. It's a habit for you to eat when you are emotionally uncomfortable or sad or lonely. All right. It is a habit to commit to more things than you have the physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual bandwidth to do, and then don't take care of you. It is a habit to try again, start all over Monday, but you ain't really changed anything you're doing. You're doing the same thing this Monday that you did last Monday and falling off. That's a habit. All right. It's a habit to do the work for a couple of days and then say, I deserve a little treat. I deserve a treat. All right. So here's the part that nobody wants to be honest about. I ain't coming for you, but I'm coming for you. Habits are not just physical, like they're not the things you actually do. These are things that are in your spirit. This is spiritual. So what you have really trained yourself to do is to live in a disobedient way as long as you have a good excuse for doing it. You have given yourself permission to disobey what God told you to do as long as you have a legit reason. All right? So you have a habit of disobeying your father. And now you're trying to say, I'm in a fight, I'm in a struggle. I guess you are. Okay. So we're not gonna say, oh, Lord, give me a breakthrough. All right. God is like, baby, break them habits you got, break your patterns, your ways, your daily. That's what you need to break. That's where your breakthrough is. Okay. So I'm just saying. And so there are some of us, baby, we know how to lead some ministries. We know how to, baby, quote, post, and say the word, read it and everything else. We know how to encourage other people. But when it comes to our own obedience to what God told us to do, we don't want to do that work. We don't want to do that. So we know how to dress it up and make it sound real cutesy and churchy. And I think that's what we do when we call it a struggle, or we say, I'm in a season. All right. Because you don't want to do what God already told you to do. And that's the truth. The truth is, God has already, like, we can't argue with it. He done already told us what to do. And we know it. Because I'm not talking to people who don't know the word. We know that Romans 12:1 says, present your body as a living sacrifice. We know that because we know this word. We know in 1 Corinthians chapter 6, it say, your body don't even belong to you. It was paid for with a price. We know that because we know the word. We know in Galatians 5:22 and 23 that self-control is a spiritual fruit, meaning there should be some evidence of self-control in our life. We know this. We know it because we know the word. All right. So you don't need to hear the Lord say, go lose 50 pounds. He told you already. Really, he did. He said, steward what he gave you. He said, take care of this, what I gave you, everything I gave you. He told you your body is a temple of the Holy Spirit. He said, honor the house that my spirit lives in. He already told us. So we don't need to hear another word from him. All right. Then the real wild part, and I'm talking about you and I'm talking about me too, because I sure enough did it. We want to live like we want to live. We want to do it our way with all kind of chaos and disorder, right? Knowing that God, we know God is a God of order and structure. We know that because we know the word. All right. But we don't want to do what he told us to do. We want to make up our own rules and looks a hot mess, no order, and say, Lord, bless me. Even me. Bless me, Lord. And he like, baby, I need you to do something. You want me to do, I need you to do something. When I look back over my journey and the fact that, I was raised in church, but I was much older when I developed my own relationship with God. I think a part of my younger years was really going to church because what else you gonna do? Okay. What else you gonna do? But I remember saying, Lord, help me feel better. Okay. I don't want to have these ocular migraines no more. Praying that he would bless me in my body. And less than 2 hours later, I'm in the Chick-fil-A drive-thru. I don't even know. I don't even know what my Heavenly Father was thinking as he looked down on me. Like, this girl and baby been on her face all morning asking me to bless this. This what she want me to bless? I can't do nothing with that. Okay. So I'm really calling out those of us who know the word, who continue to show up in the world like we know the word and we got it, like we've given it to God. And we continue to tell ourselves it's not that bad. And we post the scriptures and we post the quotes and we post the words that we do not practice. We not heathens. We faithful servants. Most of us serving in the church, baby, they can count on us. But at the house, in private, when ain't nobody there, we don't listen to what he told us to do. All right. And so this is not this is the word one of my pastors uses. Like he says, he talked about relationships, but he said like there's no neutral relationships. So I'm just telling you, these decisions, there's no neutrality. There's no middle. You either do what he told you to do or you disobedient. And we pick a side every day that our habits tell the story. Our habits tell the story. All right. So today, drink your water. Okay. Today, like it's midday, you still got time. Drink your water, prep your meals, go for a walk, go to bed on time. Be honest with yourself because the truth is the habits you have today, you created them habits, okay? You made those daily decisions every single day. And you know what the good news is? You can make new ones. You can make new habits. Ain't that so good? That's juicy, y'all. That's delicious. You're not stuck with the same habits. You can decide at any time. All right? So here's what I want to forewarn you. I want to warn you in advance. Obedience, it ain't got a lot of hype on it. It ain't got a lot of razzle dazzle on it. Okay. It's not Instagrammable content. All right. At first, it feels a little boring. Okay. And then what starts to happen is you start to see changes and development in your body. And then you see changes and development in your mind. And then you see the results that you've been asking God to give you. You see the results you've been praying for. That's how it works. So in your real life, being obedient is simple. Go back to the last thing you said you were going to do. I already know. We woke up, we said, I'm going to drink my water. I'm going to work out. I'm going to eat the right food. Going to bed on time. Go back to the last thing you said you were going to do. And here's the kicker. Do it. Do it. That's it. Prep the food, prepare the food that you have been praying about, the meals the Lord told you to eat, that you bought that's in your refrigerator right now, that you open the refrigerator up and say, I don't want it. Okay. Half of y'all probably got everything you need already in the house. Okay. But if you don't, go get it. Drink the water that you keep on acting like ain't important. Drink your water. Whatever the excuse is that you use that makes you feel okay, not doing what God told you to do, get rid of that one. Lose it. Stop making this thing harder than it has to be. It's just not that deep. Okay, some of us like, Lord, I need a word from my pastor. You don't need a word from your pastor. All right, you just need to make your feet move in the direction that God already gave us the word to tell us to go. The other thing I want you to know is, so not only is obedience boring at first, it doesn't matter because obedience is what you do. It's not how you feel. So you don't have to feel like it. You just got to do it. It's not an emotion. Obedience is not an emotion. It's what you do. All right. So from this moment forward, we're not going to say it's hard. We're going to stop calling it hard. All right. If you're going to call it something, say, I'm unsubmitted. All right. Say, this is an area of my life that I have not fully surrendered or given to my Father. Let's call it that. Because that's what it is. All right. Your habits today might say that as it relates to my body, I do not obey what my Father told me to do. Right? And we do it because we will go out and we'll say, we'll make it look cute, right? Because here's the thing. When I was 240 pounds, okay, I didn't realize it at the time, okay? But when I was 240 pounds, all of my private decisions were on public display, okay? All of our private decisions, when it comes to weight, all of your private decisions are displayed publicly. So even if you are a person who can show up and look and act and perform and pretend like it's all put together, the body tells the story that there's a struggle here that you have not yet overcome, or a fight. There's something that you have not given to God. And if you are trying to do it in your own strength, it's going to always feel like you're getting mollywopped. Therein lies the struggle. So I'm just telling you, it's a habit. It's the decisions that you repeatedly make, and you have the ability, and bigger than that, you have the power through Him to change it. That's why willpower did nothing. We'll do nothing, okay? Willpower. Whose will? Because most of us with willpower, it be our will. We trying to power through. Okay, I was trying to use my power to get over Oreos, and it's not going to be willpower. It's going to be surrender. It's literally going to be you saying, Lord, I don't have the strength, so I give it to you. I don't have it because Oreos had me. All right. So I pray that something I said today gives you the desire, the fortitude, the battery pack on your back to stop uh pretending and start doing what God told us to do. All right. Not just talking about it, but actually doing it. All right. And if you need some help, join us in the Success Squad, where we don't, ain't a lot of rah-rah. We do habits that match what God told us to do. So this is not about losing weight so we can look cute in the outfit. All right. The truth is, this has more to do with why you gained the weight in the first place. This is about the fact that you make promises to yourself and to your father, and you do not keep them. And you have a habit, and this, we might be here all week. I might need to sit down and flush this one out. But you have a habit of spiritual delay, which is disobedience. And God will not bless you in that disobedience, okay? I'm gonna flush this one out. Spiritual disobedience. Give me some time, y'all. But the good news is habits can be broken. They can be crafted, recreated, and redesigned. So just like you made these, you can get you some new ones. All right. With consistency and repetition. All right. Walking it out day by day. All right. So I pray that your hope is no longer just to lose weight, but that you are spiritually obedient, that you develop habits on a daily basis so that you can have what you ask God for. Because here's what I know to be absolutely true. If God had given me what I asked for, which was 50 pounds, wild, ain't it, y'all? This is all I wanted. I said, Lord, just 50 pounds so I could be a size 14 and wear a bikini. That was the plan. That was my plan, okay? Thank you, Lord, for deliverance, okay? That was my plan. Give me a little 50 pounds off, be a solid 14. Gonna wear some kind of bikini or something, okay? Didn't plan that out well. And God gave me more than I could have ever imagined. And in the process, I learned to make different decisions, all right, which allowed me to become something different. So the same is true for you. Come on, Alicia. Alicia said unsubmitted hurt a little bit. That's it. That's it. What I am seeing more and more in my 47 years of life is the areas where I have the greatest like that feel the most struggle or like attack on them are the areas that I have tried to manage on my own. That I, God's still working on me, because I will jump in his business in a New York minute. I'd be like, Lord, let me in. I got it. And he'd be like, girl, sit down. Okay. I just need you to stay in relationship with me. And I got it from there. Okay. And so I'm just learning as I get older the power of surrendering and how deep I'm really not. Okay. How deep I'm really not without him. The stuff I just, baby, was out here thinking I'm making something happen. And child, bless the Lord. All right. So we are no longer in a weight loss struggle. I don't want to ever hear you say that again. Just like we don't say we're starting over. We're creating new habits based off of doing what God told us to do. Doing it privately so it will be on display publicly, because that's where he gets glorified. All right. So I absolutely love you to life. Praise God for my son who reminded me, ain't you supposed to be going live? So he said, Mommy, it's after 4. What you doing? I said, yes, sir. Let me fix my life. Okay. So I'll be here tomorrow. He said, he used my words back at me. He said, you told them yesterday, I'll see you tomorrow at the same time and in the same place. I said, I did. I gotta be a woman of my word. All right. So I love you to life, and I will see you tomorrow at the same time and in the same place. Have an amazing, amazing, amazing afternoon.